Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again in another weekly market outlook. Hope you are good, doing well, enjoying your weekend, and obviously getting ready for next week. Last week was pretty good. We were having a risk on move, and equities were pushing, and the risk on assets were on the rise, and risk of assets were on the fall. Okay, so let's move on. Let's look at the website. If anyone want to join us, looking for membership, looking for training, just simply go to techtradingacademy.com. All right, there are levels. One is one-on-one, and the other one is the membership. All right, and group training, you're gonna have access to everything like membership and training stuff. All right, and for one-on-one, if you are looking for further information, just simply fill that form and send that form to me for further information. I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. All right, so let's look at the links where you can follow me for ideas, updates, and for setups. Just simply go to my TradingView profile, or you can get all these links from my YouTube channel in the description box. All right, so just go to my signature box. All right, so all these links are there: website, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Slack, and Telegram. All right, now let's look at the setups. Okay, so Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin is tagged. All right, so it tagged 41,000, and now trying to retrace from the previous top. Okay, and trying to get down back within the flat formation. As you guys know that we are still within a bigger weekly correction on the Bitcoin. Okay, so we still can see another leg lower, or this bigger flat formation back to 28,000. All right, or 30,000 for another leg higher up to 50,000. So we're going to look at the lower time frame. Bitcoin again in a bigger sideways weekly market outlook. All right, so we were, bigger weekly, correction, sorry. So tested that floor, looking for another leg. We got that leg. So we're going to look at the lower time frame analysis as well. Okay, so KVN next week going to be a chart to watch. Okay, so we got a slightly another leg higher on the KVN. So we're going to look at the lower time frame too. This is a sell setup. Okay, so similar on the KV Chief. Okay, so slightly pushed back to the previous top. We are looking at another leg lower within that ascending channel back to the trend line. So next week setup. All right, and pound CAD went lower, tagged the trend line, and bounced back. So we're going to look at this. Yeah, short-term target, short to medium-term target also reached on this chart. All right, and bounced back for another leg higher. So we can see another leg higher all the way back to this previous top. Okay, and then again short from that top. So we're going to look at the lower time frame analysis as well, for next week. So euro yen went lower without hitting the trend line. It just bounced back. Okay, so still a short. Okay, short-term opportunity went. All right, so last week, as you guys know, that I was looking for this chart and asking you to wait for the price action at that top and look for sell. So that trade almost completed for sell, short to medium term. All right, but still we're gonna look at the updated chart for the next week. All right, so we get a short term sell opportunity on the euro yen from that top. Okay, so that was a good chart too, but not a big trade, not a big wave on this chart. Okay, hopefully we're gonna get a big wave on this chart in coming weeks. Okay, so Chief Yen also went lower. That was a good chart too. Last week, if you guys remember that, we were looking for this to keep dragging lower. And it also bounced back from the trend line, all right? So this is also going to be a, this is also already a good trade, okay? Short to medium term, but not a longer term wave, all right? Longer term wave, we are looking for all the way up to 114. All right, so Chief Yen, we have just seen that. Okay, and dollar CAD. Okay, so dollar CAD is still struggling under the trend line and trying to continue to go lower for another leg. Okay, so next week we may see this move. All right, that move. Okay, so we're gonna look at the lower time frame as well. Okay, so pound CAD, yeah, that has almost completed the move on a 1 hour time frame chart. Okay, pound yen, we have seen that chart last week too. All right, so it just broke out the previous top. All right, and went higher. So we were looking for sell on this chart last week, all right, within these areas when it was breaking, and looking for this to drag lower during the Bank of England rate decision. So we haven't got that lag, all right. So we got the bullish move on this chart. Okay, so we're gonna look at the updated analysis as well on the pound yen, what to do next. All right, so euro dollar broke out the daily time frame chart and went lower. Okay, and last week I was showing you that chart and the lower time frame analysis as well. So we get a daily breakout on this chart, and now we are looking this correction, all right. So the correction which is already underway on the euro dollar. Okay, so we got the 1950 mark, all right, and we are having a bigger correction over there. So simply look for sell the breakout next week when market gonna open, all right. So we're gonna look at the lower time frame analysis as well. So euro dollar started to drag lower. Okay, so Aussie New Zealand dollar went lower. Okay, we have seen that chart. Now pulling back, we're gonna look at the updated chart. Dollar yen is just going higher. Okay, outclassing every dollar. Outclassing the yen, we can say that. Okay, so breaking out that long. This is a 2-week chart. Okay, so we are having reversal. If you guys been there with me since last couple of weeks, since November, okay, hopefully you understand that what I was showing on this chart since last couple of weeks to months, all right. Looking for we were looking for longer term reversal within these areas. Now it's reversing. Okay, all right, so there is a plenty of return on this chart for longer term. We're gonna look at the lower time frame again. Dollar CAD, we have seen that, all right, last week, all right. And Bitcoin, okay, we are having that move, by the way, from that 30,000 mark, all right. And we were looking for this impulsive move to happen on the Bitcoin from 30,000. We got that move. Okay, we were looking for that to continue to go higher. We are having next leg up to 42,000, all right. And yeah, that, and then we were expecting correction. That correction happened, okay, but slightly went lower last week when we were looking for. Okay, so that flat formation is under play, is playing, all right. We are testing that, okay, and now this leg is on card, all right. Let's move on. Okay, so yeah, we are having bit old charts. Now let's move on. Okay, let's look at the market for next week. All right, so plenty of good opportunities are there, for next week. All right, it's it's good on my end. It's perfect on my side. Not sure, it's blurry on your end, maybe. Yes, there is issue on the TV for result, because the results are not great on trading view. Yeah, so hopefully they're gonna overcome on this, they're gonna fix this, and you're gonna have high definition results on the trading view. All right, okay guys, so let's move on to the dollar index. So dollar index, okay, so longer term hasn't changed. All right, so longer term chart is still a big flat. Okay, we are expecting big flat formation on the dollar index. All right, so like that. All right, go higher, all the way go higher and outclass that, all right, or test that top. Okay, so that wave need fundamentals. All right, so we need strong fundamentals for the dollar to go into that direction. All right, either US needs to outperform, all right, or we need a lot of uncertainties in the market which can drive the dollar all the way back to that top. Okay, and let's go to the lower time frame where the trades are. Okay, so this might be a week, daily correction on the dollar for another leg lower. All right, like the correction we have seen over there. Okay, this might be another correction for another push lower. Okay, within that formation before we're gonna get reversal. Okay, another leg lower can appear over there, this leg. So when you are trading on the dollar index for buy, all right, or for downside, make sure you understand that trend is still there. Okay, but dollar still can rise hard. Okay, because equities are extremely overvalued. All right, and if equities are going to drop very, very aggressively, then eventually you're going to see strength on the dollar. Okay, now big players are not buying the equities at current levels, extremely overvalued. All right, and if Fed is going to alter their easy monetary policy, okay, we can see strength on the dollar. Okay, all these, you know, fundamentals can drive the dollar higher for medium term. All right, and longer term forecast hasn't changed yet. All right, so let's look at the lower time frame. Okay, so what you got by bigger time frame, another leg is still possible. We are not looking for that leg right now, okay, but what you are looking next week. So last week, as you guys remember that, okay, so we were expecting, you know, this correction to continue, so it's pushing higher. So next week, all right, so this correction to just simply break out, outclass the previous move. All right, so breakout and continue to go higher aggressively. Okay, so breakout and continue to go higher for the next leg. Our short-term target gonna be that R, okay, R correct on 15 to 30 minute time frame breakdown. All right, form a 4-hour time frame correction. All right, so form a 4-hour time frame correction and continue the trend. Okay, continue the bullish trend. So sharp breakdown of this bigger daily correction. Okay, so gonna push this more lower, as I said, on a bigger time frame, which we are not anticipating right now. Okay, so there, right, so there you are looking, when market gonna open, you are looking a sharp breakout. Okay, and this move to happen, sharp breakout, and short-term target gonna be that, or continue to keep pushing higher. Okay, if breakout is not going to be strong, okay, and going to be corrective, okay, or another correction like that, okay, that was a correction for upside. Okay, so correction is appearing over there. Okay, then continue to go lower, because this is tradable. All right, this is tradable back to that trend line, or possible breakout for more downside. All right, this is going to be a 4-hour time frame correction if you're going to get that lag on this chart. All right, so this chart is clear on a 15-minute time frame too, you know, 4-hour time frame and daily time frame. Okay, so there, like that correction you see there, I have shown you that correction previously as well, breakout of that correction and continue to go higher. The move is not so sharp, but it's okay for longer term reversal or medium term reversal, we can say that. Okay, so this correction can get bigger like that. All right, so that's a dollar index. So euro dollar is very much same. Let's go to the breakout. Yeah, this chart we have just seen over there, breakout, we got a breakout, updated chart is there. Okay, that correction. And let's get to the update. So you got a euro dollar. Okay, so this is what we are looking. So pull back on the euro dollar, gonna be a good opportunity to sell. All right, so pull back on the euro dollar, gonna be a good opportunity to sell on the 4-hour time frame. Right now you are looking at to break down, okay, and short-term trade up to 1.19, all right, or 1.1950. All right, what's going to be the extreme situation on the euro dollar? Okay, so euro dollar going to go for another leg, which we are not anticipating. Okay, so the extreme going to be another leg. So let me slightly change my structure. All right, okay, so go there, trade into that direction where the big players want price to go. Right, where the ECB wants, wants their currency to go, they want euro to drop. What I said last week on GME, if you remember, trade into that direction where big players want price to go. So where GME right now, rock bottom, all right, and it's gonna go much lower, all right, possibly below 10, over time. Okay, not quickly, but it will go there. Okay, that's history tells us, wherever we see squeeze, right, always you're gonna see price is gonna go back to the bottom. All right, so guys, I'm not sure. Yeah, so maybe that's what we don't have custom settings on the trading view. Yeah, so if we're gonna have custom settings on the trading view, we can increase the results. All right, that's what we are getting on the trading view. Yeah, so you're gonna have that blurry results. All right, unfortunately on the trading view. Also, you're not gonna see my drawings on trading view, guys. All right, So if you are having, problem on your end, your devices are not giving you, good results, you can move on to the YouTube. Hopefully TradingView gonna improve these, are gonna give custom settings options. All right, so we don't have a custom settings option on the TradingView. Otherwise I can improve my results over there. So results are great on the TradingView on the YouTube. All right, clear results is there on the YouTube. Okay, so let's move on. So this another leg. All right, we are not looking, because ECB want their currency to drag, they want their currency to drop. So you are looking for continuation. So let's move on to the lower time frame. 4-hour time frame correction is appearing over there, a bit of sharp correction on a 4-hour time frame. When market gonna open, you're simply gonna look for sell the breakout. Okay, so simply sell breakout. Okay, sell this breakout. All right, so there you got the correction breakout. All right, so there you got the correction breakout. All right, so there you got the correction breakout. Okay, that's gonna be the trade. All right, so that's gonna be the trade for next week. Okay, so when market gonna open, you're looking for breakout, put your stop behind that. All right, and looking for that trade on a breakout. Okay, breakout. All right, what I'm saying, breakout. Okay, not a correction. Okay, if correction appears over there, like 15-minute correction, okay, then another leg higher, as said on the dollar index. Okay, so then let that correction complete. Okay, and then again wait for breakout. Okay, breakout, sell breakout, stop behind that entry, and look for this trade all the way back to that low. So short-term target gonna be 1950. All right, and medium-term target gonna be 116, and longer-term target gonna be much lower on euro dollar, 110, 111. Yeah, within these areas 104, but it's gonna take some time. So that's the lower time frame analysis. You're looking breakout and looking for short-term target next week there. Okay, there. So what is the possibility if that breakout is not going to come on the euro dollar? Okay, then let that to push slightly more higher. All right, both breakouts are not coming. Let this to test that 22. Okay, and bigger expanding triangle formation. All right, then again start looking for this to draw for longer term. Okay, this is the this is which we are not anticipating right now. Okay, we are simply looking for a breakout. Okay, and sell the breakout on the euro dollar. Okay, if breakout is not coming, go for a 4-hour time frame correction under the trend line, breakout on a 4-hour time frame. All right, and you're looking for something like this trade first. All right, this short-term trade, and if breakout is going to be very sharp, then all the way back to that low on a 15-minute time frame. If going to be a 4-hour time frame correction breakout over there. All right, and again short-term target gonna be that, or all the way back to that low. Okay, so worst case gonna be the expanding triangle formation. Okay, so the direction is clear, bearish. All right, and all these gonna be the target. Okay, when we're gonna have a bigger expanding triangle, we are simply not looking for buy. All right, that's why I'm not showing you buy for upside. Okay, this trade I'm not showing that because that move has a small potential. All right, and if you're gonna go for buy, you may miss the sell opportunity. So better to trade into the longer term direction where price gonna go. So dollar chief also broke out. All right, broke out last week. Let's straight away go to the lower time frame. Same analysis. Okay, if I'm gonna invert that chart, all right, and gonna look at this chart that way. All right, so sending wedge arrows are showing what to do next week. Last week we got a breakout on this chart. All right, and you're simply looking for breakout. Okay, this move breakout. Okay, breakout, that trade short term, that trade back to that top. All right, and if move is going to be really sharp, then more upside on the dollar chief or downside according to this inverted chart. All right, or correct in a 15-minute time frame, another pullback, and then 4-hour time frame correction, and again that trade. This trade is possible. All right, that short term trade is possible. So let me put that chart back to right. So if I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame correction, right, so this, right, so this is the chart. Okay, so showing this kind of formation again on this chart. Okay, that formation there. Okay, if that forms, okay, then again continue to go higher. So you're looking this trade first. All right, short-term target going to be that. If move is going to be aggressive, then continue to keep pushing higher, or 15-minute correction as shown, another leg lower and continue. Yeah, so yeah, on this 15-minute correction, yeah, this trade is possible, okay? And if that trade is going to be aggressive, then all the way back to that low. Yeah, so we are more bullish rather than the bearish. All right, and let's look at the pound. All right, so pound chart is there. The pound chart is very much simple, easy analysis. Okay, it's not a complicated analysis. All right, so last week I think I have shown you, you know, sell opportunity within these areas. Okay, so let me check the exact date. Yes, on 31st of January, all right? So we had the last meeting on 31st of January. So you simply got a bearish leg on it. That was a good trade, all right? And same trade again next week, all right? So you are having same trade on this chart. Chart is clear, nothing to do, you know, nothing to do, a lot of complicated things on this chart. So setup is just simply clear over there. Arrows are showing what to do. Okay, so wait for that trade, and from you know, break out that and go all the way back to that low. All right, if not, then again go back up like it has done there. Okay, now let's simply go to the lower time frame. All right, so lower time frame further, 15-minute time frame, trend is still bullish. Bank of England was hawkish last week. Because of that, we are having, you know, a bearish move over there. Okay, so you're simply looking for price to keep, you know, rising over that trend line. As long as price is just rising, let it push, you know, at least back to that top, all right, or slightly higher than that top. All right, so you're looking price to push slightly more higher, okay, and then fall aggressively, okay, and just join that, correct, add more all the way that trade. If this small arrow is not appearing over there, okay, and dropping aggressively, just simply follow that. You follow that, correct, that is the trade. Okay, so direction is clear. Yes, when you get into the trade on the pound dollar, make sure you time your trade, your entry really well, because price slightly can go higher than the previous high. Okay, it can break the previous high 137.60, can go all the way up to 138 and then can drop. Okay, if you're gonna get into the market before price reverse sharply from the previous top, then you can, you know, get stopped out before price goes down. All right, so make sure you time your entry really well. So setup is there. All right, so let's move on to the pairs. All right, so pairs one by one. Okay, let's move on to the pairs one by one. So yield, all right, so US 10-year yield, we are expecting yield to continue to keep climbing. All right, so next week to break 120. All right, break 120 and continue to go higher, okay, or go into a flat formation. All right, so if it goes into the flat formation, all right, means that we may see, you know, yeah, we are simply looking this to just climb, okay, just give us a quick move, break above that 120. All right, okay, so when yield goes higher means that you're going to see weaknesses on the bond. All right, so just 10-year treasuries, you're going to see drop there. Okay, so if we are going to see flat formation, okay, which is very much likely on it, okay, then there's going to be another leg higher on the 10-year treasury, US 10-year treasury. All right, so this lag on the 10-year treasury, and yield gonna go lower. So breakout. S&P 500. All right, so we have seen, you know, these were the trades last week. Okay, I have shown you, you know, in my structure that was the trade last week. All right, so bullish trade, bullish move, bullish leg on the indices. Okay, very quick move. Okay, and new highs we are having on the indices. That was a great quick move. All right, so my structure is very much similar like last week. I haven't changed, you know, that. All right, so S&P 500 hasn't changed. All right, so what you guys gonna see on it, all right, you're gonna see, you know, a similar kind of you know, you're gonna see similar kind of price action. Hopefully you see, the symbol, guys. Okay, so now let's move on to the lower time frame. This is S&P 500. Okay, so the structure is same. So we are having a bullish move. Okay, so there was the move, there was the trade. Okay, there was the money last week on the S&P 500. Okay, all these corrections were just keep climbing. All right, so keep climbing. All right, so keep climbing. All right, so keep breaking. Okay, now we are having another leg higher on the S&P 500. So next week it is tradable, by the way, for the downside. Okay, just need to be careful, just need skills to sell the S&P 500. Okay, yeah, so you're looking for sharp sell, all right, like that. Okay, you're looking for correction and S&P 500 to go into that direction. Okay, so we are anticipating that. Okay, another leg lower, although there is no reason. Okay, there is no reason. Okay, and we still can see that one leg lower on the S&P 500 all the way back within that ascending channel. Okay, and then again they're going to be a buy the dip opportunity. So that's too late. I mean, it's going to take some time. Okay, so what you are looking right now, as long as there is corrections, all right, so you can still trade for short-term buy opportunity. Okay, so these corrections to just keep pushing higher. Okay, so that trade, as long as price keep correcting, keep buying. All right, so these short-term 15-minute corrections, but make sure you understand that you are buying at the top. So these trades are not going to be longer term chart trades. All right, so going to be very, very short-lived trades. All right, and going to be only for short term. And make sure you use tight stop loss over there. Okay, so like that 1 to 1 or 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. All right, so tight stop loss going to be over there. And once price fall very, very aggressively, then start looking for this to drop or go for buy on the yen pairs. All right, so if you see that the sharp fall is coming the way I'm showing here, okay, then start buying the yen. All right, so the best pairs to gonna be for buy gonna be the CAD yen, sell CAD yen, sell the Kiwi yen, sell the Aussie yen. All right, so the best gonna be the euro yen, then all these yen pairs. All right, so euro yen, CAD yen, Kiwi yen, and Aussie yen. These 4 pairs. Okay, so you can trade that move as well. Okay, but best chart is gonna be the yen pairs. All right, so buy the yen, of course, after having price action. So same analysis on the Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, if I'm gonna look at the daily chart, same analysis like last week, the analysis which we had. Okay, so we are expecting a bigger expanding triangle formation. All right, and we are looking for price to go down for another leg lower within that ascending channel. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, same analysis like the S&P 500. All right, so short term one more leg higher. Okay, so short term buy opportunity as shown on the S&P 500. Okay, so another leg higher and fall sharply, correct, and that trade. Okay, that move, that wave like that, although we don't have reason for that. Okay, so price still can keep pushing, but we are already at the high, at the previous high, form new high. All right, so there are going to be some pressure on the indices to keep pushing, keep climbing. All right, so highly likely we're going to see another leg lower in coming days to week, the leg which we have just experienced last week. All right, Nasdaq 100 index, Nikkei index is also very much same. Okay, so Nikkei index also can keep rising. All right, so we are expecting at least flat formation on the Nikkei index. All right, so that leg next week. All right, so like that next leg. Okay, and then give us a buy the dip opportunity all the way back to that top or new high. All right, back to the previous top. So same analysis, short term still bullish, but make sure you trade with care. It is at this previous high. Okay, and that's the trend. Okay, another leg higher, fall, correct, go lower, or fall aggressively, correct, and go lower. Okay, and this next leg lower. So I'm showing counter trend moves on the equities. All right, so these counter trend moves gonna give you a good buy, good buy opportunities on the yen pairs. If you are not trading on the equities, then go for yen. All right, so if you are trading on the equities, all right, so you need a decent pullback on the indices for buy the dip opportunity. Okay, so still can sell them, just need to see price action. So we are having another leg lower on the dollar peso. These are the charts for longer term you guys need to watch. Okay, so another leg lower is very much likely. Okay, this next leg lower all the way back to this previous bottom or new low, all right, within that wedge. Okay, so very much similar chart if I'm going to invert that. Okay, so similar like the indices, all right, so you're going to see there very much similar like that. Okay, so you waiting for a correction over there on a 4-hour time frame and price to keep climbing all the way back to that, you know, bottom or top, right, and then again drop. All right, so if I'm going to correct it, so correction on there, okay, correction is already appearing over there on this 15-minute time frame and trying to break down. All right, so this correction. Okay, so yes, next week correct and keep dragging lower. Okay, or bounce off aggressively from this bottom. Okay, like that. If you see that bounce off is just coming over there, don't sell it. Okay, don't sell it. Okay, wait for the, just repeat these patterns. All right, just repeat of these patterns. All right, and this leg. All right, repeat of these patterns. Okay, that leg. All right. Okay, so Aussie New Zealand dollar, just simply break out. Okay, so sell the breakout next week. Okay, so we got a next leg over there. We are having a 4-hour time frame correction. So when market gonna open, you're just simply looking for a breakout. Okay, so that breakout to go all the way back to this low. All right, that low. Okay, sharp breakout to come, entry stop. Okay, and keep dragging lower all the way back to that low. If I'm gonna go to the 8-hour time frame where you're gonna see, you know, my structure much better. All right, so this leg you are looking. All right, so if I'm gonna go to the 1-hour time frame. Okay, so this is correcting. All right, so last week it was very sharp to the downside. It's correcting. As long as price keep correcting, stay away. Right, stay away, don't get into the trade. All right, and once price stop breaking very aggressively, okay, so just get into the trade, stop, watch lower time frame correction and short-term trade back to that bottom or all the way 104. Okay, so as long as price correcting there, okay, don't get into the trade. All right, so you see there, you see there, you see there, see there, all these corrections. As long as price keep correcting, okay, don't sell, keep correcting, don't sell. And once you see that this is going to happen, okay, that's going to happen, sharp move, there is it, there it is. All right, okay, so entry stop, that's the trade. All right, so entry stop, that's the trade. Okay, so breakout, breakdown. All right, so euro yen gonna be the chart for next week to watch. Okay, so a bigger daily time frame analysis. Okay, so that is still, you know, showing another leg higher. Okay, there is possibility that the price can slightly go beyond that top. Okay, we are right now not expecting that. We are more interested into this move. Okay, that trade for next week, or possible more sell off all the way back to these areas. All right, on the euro yen. So we'll see how it is going to do for longer term, but short term there are opportunities. All right, so just keep selling. Yeah, if you guys remember those, you know, that chart. All right, so these are the old charts. All right, so sell opportunity was showing there. Okay, so that sell opportunity was showing there. All right, so let's look at the 4-hour time frame. What you're saying on Aussie New Zealand dollar already, buyer on how it on it, how long I have. Okay, so if you're a buyer on the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, okay, so as long as price keep climbing on 15-minute time frame after forming correction, so stay into the trade. Once you see that the sharp sell-off is coming, which I have just shown, just take off your profit. All right, close your trade and start selling it all the way back to the low. Okay, so for next week you are looking this trade on the euro yen. Okay, there is possibility that we can see short-term one more push up. Okay, if it comes, gonna be great to sell it on a good price. Okay, so let's move on to the lower time frame. All right, so and yes, there is possibility that we're not gonna get, you know, price back at that top, all right, and price gonna break down without hitting that top, all right. So you need to follow the lower time frame. Okay, so let's just go to the further lower, all right, or further lower on a 1 minute time frame. Okay, so you see that the price was strong trending. Okay, so start losing momentum there, all right, not staying into that trend. Okay, so losing momentum. All right, so you need a sharp sell-off correction. Just get in, stop, okay, correction, and then go lower. This is very, this is, I mean, 5 minute time frame. Maybe some of you guys not going to understand that, what to do on this 5 minute time frame. All right, 1 minute time frame. Okay, all right, so we can see prices trying to break out that trend. All right, and there you are looking for this. All right, okay, so as long as prices just keep rising within that, slowly, all right, okay, so slowly climbing up, wait, okay, and then watch it, okay, and then sell it. Okay, so wait for this to keep pushing as much higher as it can, okay, so that you can get into the trade at a better price. Okay, we still got some, at least 60 pip move, 60 pip room over there. It can push up to 127.50, right? 127.50. If so, you're gonna get a great price to sell it. Okay, if not pushing, then you need to watch for a price action. Okay, and need to get into the trade without hitting, I mean, even testing that top. Okay, so you need to get into the trade. Okay, so that's a good chart too. All right, so KiwiCAD was a good chart too last week. We got a couple of sells on it, okay, and some profit taking on it, and that was a good chart. Okay, so still a good chart. All right, for longer term, you got a bigger head and shoulder formation over there, huge daily head and shoulder formation. All right, and we are just simply selling it. All right, we are just simply selling it. Okay, because this is going to be the longer term trade. Yeah, so selling it means that not staying into the trade, just selling, taking out, selling, taking it out, waiting for it to come back. All right, and just sticking to that plan. All right, and that's what I have shown you last week, if you remember that. All right, I do have that chart in my group. All right, can share, but it's gonna take some time. Okay, so we got that trade. All right, and we got these short-term trades as well last week. So it's coming back at that top again, 92.20. all right, so you're looking for this to resist at this previous top, okay, and 92.20, and then start dropping. That's the structure. Okay, that's the formation. So there is possibility that the price can break out that top slightly and can go higher. If so, it's going to give you a good price to get into the trade. Otherwise, you're simply waiting for price to tag that top and give you entry over there within these areas. Okay, and that short-term target going to be there. All right, and medium-term target going to be that, and longer-term target going to be that. All right, use a reasonable stop loss over there. Okay, and the longer-term trade going to be much lower all the way back to these areas. Okay, so good, decent trade. Just follow the price action over there. Okay, maybe price not gonna test that top, all right, because it has already dropped from that top. All right, and for that you have to follow the lower time frame. All right, so I would suggest you to wait. Okay, wait for the price to come back at 92.30 and then get into the trade. All right, there is no correction where you can sell the breakout. Reason, because price is in a sideways market. Okay, and it can stay sideways for a while before going to drop. All right, okay, so it can stay, it can test that top. Okay, we got the breakout already, the breakout which we were looking for last week. All right, so we got a breakout, but price bounced off for an expanding triangle formation. Okay, now that expanding triangle formation to test that top or slightly higher, then go lower. So this is a good chart. Okay, good chart to watch for longer term. Pound CAD is also a good chart. Okay, and we got a sell off on it last week. All right, so this is what we were looking for. Okay, that's the breakout. All right, so we got a next leg, decent move happened over there. Okay, for next week. Okay, so there you can see, okay, I'm showing a small expanding triangle formation over there. All right, so the expanding triangle still can push for another leg higher. Okay, because it is running within the structure. Okay, within that structure we still can see another leg higher. We are right now not looking for that. Okay, but if we are going to see that, okay, we will start selling it again next week. Why you are looking next week? All right, so you are looking the lower time frame, not that expanding triangle formation. Okay, if I'm gonna look at this lower time frame, you are not looking for that buy. All right, this buy, not that buy. Okay, you're simply looking for a different pattern. Okay, different pattern than this. If I'm gonna change a couple of my trend lines, okay, you're gonna see a different formation over there. All right, so you're gonna see expanding triangle. All right, and you are looking for that trade. All right, so if I'm gonna remove that, so you're looking that trade. Okay, so that's the move. You are looking next week all the way back to that low or go much lower in these areas. Okay, so if I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, okay, this expanding triangle formation. So I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, 15-minute time frame. So you're selling these breakouts. Okay, you're looking to sell these breakouts. All right, so looking to sell this breakout. It's trying to break out. Okay, but this is not a breakout. All right, this is a spread. Okay, this is spread. This is spread. So because of that, you see that breakout once more gonna open or push up. Okay, push up back to that top. All right, and then again draw from that top. Okay, that's the previous top of the expanding triangle. So chart is clear. You're looking that sell off. Okay, so very much similar expanding triangle on this chart too. If I'm gonna go to the old chart, okay, so this is the old chart. We get a sell off. Okay, now price is trying to go back to these levels. All right, so this is a good level, good price to watch. 117.50 for sell off. All right, and there is possibility that the price not gonna go to that level and gonna drop. Okay, but I would suggest you to not chase the price, okay, for that leg. All right, for the expanding triangle which I have shown on the pound card. Okay, so I would suggest you to wait for this price to push slightly more higher. Okay, so slightly more higher on this time frame. Go at least test 117.50 or 117.60. okay, and then start looking for sell. The higher the price goes, all right, so you're gonna get a good chance to sell, a good chance to sell off over there. Okay, so some of you guys are complaining that trading view is not clear. Okay, so those who are having issues on the trading view, guys, you can go there and you can watch the clear results on this link. Okay, I have just posted that link on trading view. All right, so YouTube, you can watch over there. YouTube is much clearer. Hopefully they're gonna fix this. Okay, so just look at the weekly time frame. So you are trying to get into the trade as much high as you can on the chief yen. All right, so the price is resisting over there, trying to hold. Okay, so you're looking price to go down for longer term over there on the chief yen. So good chart to watch. Okay, so hopefully you understand that what to do as much high as you can. So I mean, get in the market as much high as you can, okay, rather than selling within these areas at 1720. 1720, 1730 is also a good price. All right, we were selling at these areas. We got many good trades on these areas. Okay, so we got sell, we got this sell, we got that sell, we got that sell. All right, we got that sell too. Okay, so we are watching 1730, 1740 as well. Okay, we may see again short-term sell opportunity over there, so just watch. Okay, so this is a good trade to watch for the next week. All right, so last week we were expecting it to, I mean, a kind of neutral analysis I have shown last week on it. Okay, but go higher. Okay, so that's the formation you are looking. This is a good chart. So cat to go down. All right, cat to go down for another leg. Okay, so this leg, so there is possibility again, because we are in a bigger sideways market on this chart. Price can break out that top. Okay, slightly can go higher before going to drop. So make sure you time your entry really well, you use your proper stop loss and watch price action really well. Okay, so next week when market gonna open, you simply looking to sell this breakout. All right, so setup is there. All right, so setup is there. Setup is there. You're looking breakout. Okay, correct. More sell off. All right, so add more all the way back to that low. Yeah, so similar kind of trade, the trade which I have shown previously. Those who have traded on that move, they know. All right, so this move. All right, so you sell that breakout at the current price, get the breakout which we got last time on it. All right, and that was a decent breakout. Okay, that was a decent trade, right? That breakout. So you're selling it again from that. So if this breakout is not coming, all right, let's say catch if it's not breaking that and slightly pushing higher, okay, then let that push slightly more higher. Okay, then again watch for similar sell-off, strong sell-off, which you guys have experienced there previously. Okay, so this is a good chart. Dollar yen is just outclassed everything. Okay, dollar yen is just outclassed. Boom, bounced off from the bottom. Okay, so this was a longer term chart to watch. Last week I was showing you short term continuation or possible another. Still there is possibility on the dollar yen. Okay, dollar yen still can drop. We are not anticipating, okay, we are not anticipating another leg lower, but yes, be prepared and for a worst scenario. Okay, this is the worst scenario. We are not anticipating, okay, but this is again going to create a buy the dip opportunity all the way back to one or two areas for longer term. Okay, make sure you be prepared for that when you are buying the dollar yen. Okay, so what we are anticipating, at least give us another 4-hour time frame correction for more upside. Okay, another 4-hour time frame correction for more upside. Okay, like something like that. So this is can take some time to form. Okay, so on a lower time frame, 15-minute time frame, you are simply following the trend. Okay, so last week this correction, this week that correction. Okay, so short term that trade. Okay, that trade, don't break down. Okay, break out of that correction and continue to keep pushing higher for another leg. Okay, and let me go to a clear time frame. Okay, so where you're gonna see chart much clearer. Okay, so this next leg, all right, so that next leg back to that top or new high. All right, this leg, right, that leg. So you look in that leg next week. All right, so anytime you see that this trend is going to be broken sharply, okay, so let's say correcting there and going to break down very aggressively. Okay, so and yeah, 4-hour time frame correction. Okay, that trend line which I've just shown, complete that and continue to go higher. So short-term continuation with the previous trend, okay, which I have shown last week. So don't over risk over there on the dollar yen at the current levels. Okay, so make sure you take reasonable risk for more upside, because it has extended a lot and correction is due, and it is not going to push higher without having a 4-hour time frame correction at least. Okay, so that's what it has done previously, if you remember the old charts. Okay, these charts. All right, so if you remember the dollar yen at these levels. Okay, so at least 4-hour time frame correction is important, is required. Okay, that was the last time correction, 4-hour time frame. So similar kind of correction is needed over there on the dollar yen. So as long as 15-minute corrections or 30-minute corrections are forming, stay bullish, short term buy. Once you see that the sharp sell-off is coming, 15-30-minute time frame trend is going to break. Okay, another leg lower. Okay, back to the 4-hour time frame correction. All right, so gonna look at the Kiwi Chief. There you got the Kiwi Chief. Okay, so Kiwi Chief is very much same, nothing new, guys. This is a very easy market, easy predictable market. Okay, this is not a complicated market. Okay, very easy to understand what to do. Okay, I'm simply just giving you free stuff. Okay, just telling you what to do. It's a free stuff, guys. Okay, and not going to cost you anything. All right, so just simply these are cat pairs. All right, so let me go for a clean chart. All right, so that's a free stuff which I'm just giving you guys. Okay, so it's gonna help you. All right, so Kiwi Chief. Okay, so I have posted that chart already. Okay, for sell off. So if I'm gonna you know pull out my S&P 500 chart on that. Okay, so and that's S&P 500 chart, and this is Kiwi Chief. All right. Okay, so we got that leg last week. All right, so we got that leg to on the S&P 500. All right, and what I have shown on the S&P 500, another correction over there. Okay, back to that leg, go down, sharp sell off. All right, so same move you are looking on the Kiwi Chief. All right, so if you are not trading on the S&P 500, or your capital is not enough to trade on the indices, to trade, you know, on the indices, or you don't like to sell off the equities, okay, because there is fact that people simply buy the dip on the indices, okay, and indices stay trending. Yeah, buy the dip strategies there. All right, everyone, I mean, people just wait for the indices to drop so that they can buy the dip. All right, and if you don't go, I mean, if you are not a trader who go against the trend, okay, you want to trade with the trend, okay, but here you can trade against the trend. Okay, on safe havens, you can buy the chief. Okay, you can sell the risk on currencies. Okay, you can trade into that direction. So rather than selling this chart, okay, you can sell that. Okay, put stop behind that, and that's the trade. Okay, you don't want to go against the stronger aggressive bullish trend on the indices. Okay, that's this is a simple strategy. Okay, it can give you a lot of money. You just need to follow the price action. All right, wait for this dip. Okay, buy that dip. All right, and counter that. Buy that dip, counter these. Right. Okay, now we are setting up for these charts. All right, now we are looking for going against the I mean we are looking to sell the risk on currencies for next 1 to 2 weeks. All right, so there are good opportunities on the risk on currencies. Hopefully you got. Okay, so simply go to the lower time frame. Price action is appearing over there. Yeah, so if I'm going to talk about the worst scenario. All right, what's going to be the worst scenario? The worst scenario going to be S&P 500 going to go for another 50 points, another 100 points, all right, or another 150 points. If S&P 500 is going for another 150 points, again they're going to be pulled back on the S&P 500. All right, 4-hour time frame or daily time frame pullback. All right, that daily time frame or 4-hour time frame pullback still going to bring a sell opportunity on these charts. All right, okay, and they're going to be pulled back without any doubt. That's 100% sure. Okay, we are 100% sure that we're going to have pullback on the indices. All right, because that's how indices move. All right, people take profit at the previous high or new high, then wait for the pullback, then again join the trend. Okay, and those pullbacks bring sell off on these currencies, risk on currencies. Okay, and this chart is also same. All right, there going to be a sell opportunity too. Okay, so like this opportunity. Okay, so if you remember that chart. Okay, if you remember that chart. Okay, so that was a sell off on lower time frame. All right, and update was clear over there. Yeah, I'm just showing you the previous chart again. Those sell-off opportunities on the Kiwi yen, and then possible bounce off from these areas. The next week, okay, again you see that the curve which I'm showing over there, that's the worst scenario. Okay, that's the worst scenario. If S&P 500 or other equities push higher for another 150 points, okay, then you can see that leg higher, and then again they're going to be a sell-off. So let's go to the lower time frame. There is no breakout entry. Okay, there is no sell the breakout entry or buy the breakout setup on this chart. Okay, You're simply looking for this trade next week when market gonna open. Okay, that short-term trade like that. Okay, if going to be correction, another correction, take off your profit like that. Okay, and let the price push higher. Okay, then again wait for stronger sell-off. Okay, correction and go down. All right, or current price you are looking for a stronger sell-off and that, right? So your short-term target gonna be these areas. Okay, or medium-term target gonna be that. All right, or you know, medium-term target going to be slightly lower than that. All right, at these areas. Okay, these areas. Okay, so that's the trade, guys. This is the potential. Okay, so short-term target going to be that, medium-term target going to be these. Okay, so longer-term target going to be much lower. Longer-term target going to be within these areas, 69. All right, so 69, these areas. Just trade that. All right, so I got some, all right, that's the structure. Okay, that's the structure. Still, Kiwi is still strong. Yen is losing its value. All right, because of the recovery. Okay, but it is the best strategy. It is a perfect strategy. All right, when you are having easy monetary policy and central banks are pumping the equities, they are pumping a lot of money into the market, pushing the indices higher. Okay, and risk on currencies are rising. Right, so what is the best strategy? Okay, wait for the highs on the yen. Okay, yen to lose value, form high, and once you see that the stronger sell-off is coming into the indices, okay, boom, they're gonna be wave. You can sell the indices as well, just need skills. All right, okay, so if I'm gonna look at the Aussie yen is trying to break out for the next leg higher, right? And very much same analysis like the Nikkei index. Okay, so you're looking for this to hold the previous top, 8-hour time frame. Okay, so 8-hour time frame, you're looking, yeah, there is this structure. Okay, very much same like the Kiwi yen. Okay, but we can see, slightly, push higher than the previous top before going to drop. Okay, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, 4-hour time frame, and gonna go to the further lower. Okay, this flat formation. All right, okay, so sell off, correct, that's the trade. Okay, if push higher, slightly higher, okay, don't panic, let this to finish. Okay, then again sell off. You shouldn't be a buyer over there on this chart at the current price. All right, so as long as prices just keep pushing higher. All right, so as long as price stay trending on this 15-minute time frame, or okay, stay trending. All right, so you're waiting for a sell-off, 15-minute correction, and that's the trade. Okay, if it keeps pushing higher, don't panic, let that go. Let that finish its move. Let that finish its bullish move. All right, and a similar kind of target's going to be there on this chart, like I have shown on the Kiwi yen. CAD yen also same. All right, CAD yen is also same. Bigger daily chart is also running in a wedge. Okay, price is trying to break out the previous top, trying to go higher. All right, so 8-hour time frame chart, there you're gonna see clear chart, clear candles. Okay, that's the formation. Trade is very much clear where to trade on this chart. Okay, so breakout on lower time frame, 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, okay, 15-minute time frame, all clear. Okay, so pushing higher, this is the move. Okay, that's the trade. Okay, and that's the direction. Okay, on a 15-minute time frame, pushing higher, don't do anything, let the price keep pushing higher. Okay, don't trade for buy. There is a correction, this correction, okay, as I have shown on the CAD chief. Okay, that to break out and continue to keep pushing lower. All right, and CAD, dollar CAD. All right, dollar CAD is at a it is at a spot where we still can see another leg lower before we're gonna see next leg higher. We can see breakdown. That's the channel. Price is still running within that channel. If I'm gonna look at the 4-hour time frame, okay, that was the last time analysis. Okay, so price is trying to continue to go lower. Okay, so last week, if you remember, I have shown you buy, short-term buy. All right, so you got that trade. Okay, so yes, this can drag all the way back to that low. All right, so continuations are not there. Continuation already happened. All right, so continuation happened last week. Okay, continuation happened last week. Some, I have shown you on some charts continuation. All right. Okay, so let me look at this 4 hour time frame. All right, let me look at this 4 hour time frame. Okay, so when market gonna open, you're looking for a bounce off there at that current price. Okay, so short term, okay, bounce off that trade. Okay, back to that top within that triangle, or all the way back to that top. All right, so that short term trade. Okay, this move. If I'm gonna pull out my risk reward ratio, all right, and you're looking for it to bounce off at that high, that bottom, all right, and short term trade to go back up within that expanding triangle, all right, or go all the way back to that top. Okay, back to that top, or give us a big move over there all the way back to that trend line. All right. Okay, so if it is not coming, yeah, so short term trade still can possible, but it's not worth taking to take that trade. All right, because price has already moved. Okay, so this trade is not worth taking. It's okay, you can trade on this move if you want. All right, you can trade, but I will suggest you to let this to finish its move lower, at least that low or new low, and then again trade into the bigger direction for upside. Okay, so I'm showing a bullish continuation on this chart rather than bearish. All right, so for sellers, okay, if you are looking for sell, you need to see another pullback like that. Okay, that pullback, okay, this pullback, and then drag lower. So not a best chart right now, but during the week it can offer you a good opportunity. Okay, so as I have shown you a bounce off on this chart at the current price, just simply watch when market open. All right, that pullback, that bounce off all the way back to that top. Okay, so Kiwi dollar. So Kiwi dollar is going into an forming triangle over there. Okay, so this is the biggest structure, very much same like last week. Last week price was within a, still in a correction. All right, still in a correction. Okay, so this move, that trade next week simply. Okay, if this move is not going to happen, all right, and price is slightly pushing higher back to that top, not tradable, not a best trade. Okay, but let this to finish higher and counter it again for the flat formation. Okay, like I have shown on the Uzi yen. Okay, this formation, that trade, or like I have shown on the Bitcoin. Okay, that trade. All right, or this trade for short term within these areas. Okay, that trade, short term bigger ABC move. Okay, go or sell off, simply sell off. All right, simply sell off on this chart. All right, if I'm gonna pull out my risk reward ratio, somewhere there you are searching the sell. All right, there within these areas. Okay, there, or go all the way back to this top. Okay, that's that top and that trade. All right, that trade, or go all the way back to these areas. Okay, counter it. Australian dollar, US dollar went lower last week, all right, but did not continue for a big move to the downside. We are still running within the same formation. Okay, this looks like a daily correction for another leg higher. Okay, and it can break out. It can just look at the structure. Okay, so this structure is still showing another leg higher. Okay, another leg higher like that. Okay, new high, this top or new high. Okay, so we are expecting this daily correction to change simply. All right, this is a daily correction simply. All right, and it can break out. All right, this is a daily correction, so we are currently expecting it to change into a flat formation. Okay, this flat formation. All right, so give us a flat formation like that. Okay, this trade or go further downside. So when market gonna open, you're simply looking for this to continue. All right, so price is already bounced out from the lows. All right, so it's not at a best spot where you can jump into the trade. Okay, but if it is going to pull back all the way back to these lows, okay, so then you're looking for this to test that trade, okay, that top. All right, so on this 4-hour time frame and flat formation, or go for next leg. Okay, so there you are watching slightly different analysis I have shown. Okay, I have slightly shown a different analysis, okay, different on this and different on other Uzi pairs. All right, so showing strength on this chart, okay, showing strength on this chart, while I have shown weaknesses on the Uzi yen. All right, so and weaknesses on the Uzi New Zealand dollar. Okay, so correct and continue. Okay, so it is still in a bigger, I mean, daily correction, not a best chart for a while, okay, but can offer you a good opportunity for next week. Okay, so if I'm going to make it much easier, much clearer, or based on the support and resistance, okay, so then just watch these levels or these prices. So you watch that top and watch this low. All right, so short term buy, okay, and then again sell from that top. All right, just follow those support and resistance areas. Not a big move yet on that chart. Okay, so a pound, Australian pound, euro pound. Okay, euro pound is just keep dragging lower, going for this wave. Okay, I'm going for that leg all the way back to these lows. All right, we got back to these 83 areas. So last week we were expecting it to break out that expanding wedge and go higher. We haven't seen that, reason because of the Bank of England. Okay, now it's coming back to the bottom, coming back to the 87 areas, okay, where we can see bounce off on this chart. All right, we can see strong bounce off, and it can go back up all the way back to the previous top, although there is no reason, no such kind of reason which can push that pair all the way back to that top. As you guys know, that Brexit drama is no more, but still we can see some price action over there at so far. Just keep trending lower on a lower time frame. Okay, correct and drag lower, and from that bottom bounce off, correct, and then reverse. All right, okay, so same goes with the pound chief chart. All right, so correct and keep pushing higher, or fall aggressively lower. Okay, correct. Okay, go higher for another leg and then drop, or just simply fall aggressively from the current price, correct, and drag lower. All right, so bounce off on the euro pound, bounce off from the bottom, and stronger sell off on this chart at the current price. Okay, if stronger sell come, you just follow that. So euro Oz is just going lower. Last week, if you remember that, I was showing you a short-term sell-off and or possible continuation with the trend. Okay, you are having a sell-off on it. All right, and that's the formation I have just shown you on the Australian dollar and US dollar. Okay, if I'm gonna invert that chart, okay, what I have shown on the Australian dollar, US dollar, okay, if this 15-minute correction, which already there, and that to go higher and complete that flat formation on the Australian dollar US dollar chart. All right, so this move can appear over there on that chart. All right, on the Australian dollar US dollar chart. So this to complete next week. All right, this move to complete there. Okay, that top or bottom, and possible breakout for more downside. Let me correct this chart. Okay, let's get back to the bigger time frame. All right, okay, so that's the bigger. Let's go to the 8-hour time frame where we can see clear. Okay, so once price gonna tag that low, once price gonna tag that 156 areas, you're simply watching it to bounce off, get in, correct, go back up to 59. All right, bounce off. You getting into the trade on a bounce off. If bounce off is not coming on 156, then all the way go to new low up to 53. All right, so strong trending move is there on this chart. So first of all, this breakout to complete all the way back to the previous bottom. All right, so chart is clear, very much clear. Last week, if you remember, I was showing you a sell off there at this area. Okay, and on lower time frame, so you got that. Okay, now for next week, when market gonna open, just complete that move there. Okay, this short-term trade is still there. Okay, and continue to keep dragging lower, and once price gonna tag that this previous low, you are waiting for this to happen, you are watching for this and that to go there. Okay, make sure you get into the trade once while that's happening. All right, okay, if that's not happening, then let that keep dragging lower. All right, so first of all, this leg to complete. All right, UziCAD is also doing similar, okay, similar flat formation or similar like Australian dollar US dollar chart. Okay, same chart like last week, hasn't changed a lot, still in a daily correction. Okay, so keep going higher. All right, correct, keep going higher all the way back to that top and drag lower. Not a best chart, okay, but you are simply trading within these ranges. All right, okay, at these levels. Once price tag that 99, you're selling it. Okay, once test that floor 97, you're looking at short-term buy opportunity. Not a best chart. Okay, so euro New Zealand dollar is strong bearish. All right, yes, you need to be careful, all right, on this chart for buying, but definitely they're going to be a buy. You can't press this chart all the way back to 2008 area or 2015 areas, all right, or 104. Yeah, definitely they're going to be a something on this chart at some point, and you're gonna see bounce off on this chart. It's just simply keep going lower, keep going lower, keep going lower. Okay, no pullback at all. All right, so once mark you're gonna open, what's your trade? Trade is clear, that's the trade. All right, this correction to hold, breakout, and continue to go into that direction. All right, okay, if not continue, if do not continue. All right, last week if you remember, I was asking you to let that go. Okay, this move, it happened. All right, now it's trying to bounce up from the low. Okay, if do not push higher this move, okay, then let this to push lower again. Okay, but this is that's the trade. Okay, that's the trade, guys. Last week shown you that trade. There you got the pound yen. Okay, so we were expecting it to drop. All right, pound yen is, let's look at this for weekly chart, guys. Okay, this is what it is doing right now, reversing for a longer term. All right, and this might be a start for a for a longer term reversal on this chart on the pound yen. Okay, but at least it took correct. Okay, at least it took correct back to the trend line. All right, correct, and then continue or go bit more deeper. If I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, okay, so gonna look at this chart, because you're still looking for this to either correct or sharp fall. Okay, either correct, continue, then drop, okay, or fall aggressively. Okay, so we are still expecting this trade next week. All right, we are still expecting sell off on this chart. All right, so let's look at the lower time frame as shown on the other pairs. All right, so as long as price is staying trending within that, okay, just wait. All right, wait for this to fall very aggressively. Okay, sell, correct, more sell, correct, more sell, and selling, keep selling. Okay, that's the trade I have just shown you. That's the trade you are looking. Okay, we were looking for this to drop from the previous top last during the week. Okay, we got that. All right, and it's just dropped from this previous top 180. All right, and this is the bigger time frame analysis. All right, that's the bigger time frame analysis. We still can see another leg lower. All right, all the way back to that low. That's tradable. We are currently looking for that on this chart. All right, pound got strength. So what you are looking on a lower time frame, you are looking correction over there, correct, and short-term trade this. Okay, and if breakout is going to be sharp, all right, then you're looking for more correction and go all the way back to that low. Okay, if price hold that expanding triangle, then continue for the next leg. Okay, let's go to the lower time frame. Price already going lower. Okay, already we were looking for sell off on this chart. All right, we were looking for sell off on this chart, in the group. Okay, so we got a sell off on it. Okay, let me check if I do get a chart. Let me check if I do get a chart on it quickly. So this chart has this and pound New Zealand dollar. Okay, these two charts still can drop all the way back to the previous bottom. All right, And if so, then there going to be a lot of potential. Okay, means that they are in a daily correction. Okay, and then they can, I mean, they can go all the way back to the previous low. Okay, and can offer us a decent return. So need to watch these two charts closely next week. Okay, if you are trading, I mean, the Australian dollar, US dollar is not a best chart right now, right? So they are already, you know, bounced up from the bottom. Okay, so you need a correction to buy them. Okay, but these charts still at the top because of the pound strength. Okay, so that was the pound cat kiwi cat chart which I was talking about, yeah, before. So we got that sell. This is already going down. Okay, now we are expecting it to just keep dragging lower or keep you know, or give us another sell opportunity, all right, on that chart. So that was the, I think that, yes, that should be the pound Australian dollar chart. Okay, so that's pound Australian dollar chart. So we are already having that you know, sell off. We were expecting it to correct, okay, and then give us that trade. So we are having that move already. Okay, so yeah, moving averages are there. I have just explained to you. Okay, if price is holding moving averages, okay, then another leg higher. Explain that. All right, so you can use moving averages on your chart. All right, so we got a sell off. Okay, looking for another correction. Okay, that another correction to form. Okay, and this short-term trade all the way back to that bottom. If bouncing off, okay, so another thing there, guys, you can learn that. So this trade is still there on the pound cat chart. Okay, that trade is still there on the pound cat chart. I have just shown you at the start. Pound cat chart is at my top of my list. Okay, so you still can catch that trade. Okay, if you miss this, miss the New Zealand dollar is pound New Zealand dollar is still can offer you. Okay, but this trade is already going over there, so you still can catch the pound cat trade, like expanding triangle formation, which I have just shown. Okay, so this to break down, all right, that to break down, that's the trade. Okay, for next week. And from the bottom bounce off, expanding triangle, continue to go higher, or okay, or test that floor, okay, and then go higher. Okay, we are not anticipating that move right now. Okay, we are anticipating it to just go for another floor test. Okay, another test of the at least these areas. Okay, at least test that low or that low. Okay, so decent return gonna be over there. All right, so you're watching these levels for sell off, yeah, for next throughout the next week. All right, so you're looking simply that correction which has already broken out on your pound Australian dollar chart. Okay, so if I'm gonna pull out that chart on my, all right, so there you got the breakout already. Okay, so breakout is already happened there, yeah, but not happened on the, yeah, it's because of the spread. Yeah, of course that's a spread, all right, but pattern is still clear over there. All right, so you can, you know, search the same trade there on this chart. Okay, so EuroCAD to bounce up from the floor from the bottom and go back up. All right, so we are not looking this trade. Okay, just simply looking for this to go back up. All right, so go back up all the way back to this previous high. All right, so once mark, you know, open, you simply looking for, last week I was showing you, you know, another leg higher, but we haven't seen that. All right, we have seen bearish move on this chart. Okay, so all right, so it's going to give you a good, you know, opportunity to buy. All right, so simply looking for, let me simply go to the lower time frame where I can, you know, give you a clear, you know, analysis, clear. All right, so this correction to breakout next week. Okay, so breakout continue. Okay, breakout, similar correction I have shown on the cat chief. All right, so similar correction I have shown here. All right, if I'm gonna invert this chart, okay, my chart gonna be very much similar like the cat chief chart. Yeah, so you're looking this to break down or break up. All right, break up. Okay, break up. Okay, so Uzi chief is not a best chart, okay, but very much similar like the yeah, it is a good chart. Okay, it is a good chart because there is a, you know, chief in this chart. Okay, so that's the structure, flat formation, same like, let's just invert it. Okay, you're gonna understand that much better. All right, okay, so euro Australian dollar chart I have shown. All right, so similar like that, you're looking for it to bounce off from this floor, correct, go back up. Okay, if not bouncing off, just keep dragging lower. Okay, then again give us a sell opportunity on the Uzi Chief. Okay, so if I'm gonna go to the correct chart, okay, I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, further lower, all right, and you simply, as long as price stay above that 15-minute, trend, you are just waiting. You are simply waiting for this to drop aggressively, correct, and go lower. So that's the trade, sell off. Okay, so Euro Chief is not a best chart, okay, but can be during the week. All right, so go all the way up to 109 or 108, 80, whatever. Okay, just simply go to that previous top. Okay, so you're looking it to drop from that top. Okay, so sell off. Gold. Okay, so gold is in a bigger correction. Okay, that bigger correction. All right, that bigger correction. So we are expecting gold to drop for another leg lower all the way up to 17, all right, 1700, or go all the way up to 16. All right, next week we can see another leg higher, a short-term buy opportunity on this. Okay, so and that's tradable. All right, this expanding triangle formation. So if I'm gonna go to the 4-hour time frame correction, okay, you see that daily, this is the daily correction. Okay, so we are looking this to complete, this leg to complete there, okay, like that, and then give us a buy opportunity, or we'll see how it is going to unfold. All right, so for next week there is possibility a short-term buy opportunity. Okay, so that, okay, this trade. Okay, so if I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, where is the opportunity is, okay, there you are following, okay, this chart. Okay, so these corrections, so when market gonna open, you're looking for these corrections to keep climbing. All right, okay, this 15-minute correction. Okay, as long as price stay above that, all right, so you are looking this to continue to go higher. If price fall below this aggressively, this bottom, okay, means that the next trending move is going to appear over there like that. Okay, so you're looking this correction to slightly get bigger and break out. Okay, now follow, and then follow that how far it goes. If it goes all the way back to the previous top, previous expanding triangle formation, great, you got the trade. All right, and then again you're looking for this to drag from the previous top. Okay, so that, yeah, so this move is possible, but you shouldn't be seller over there at these for this move. Okay, you shouldn't be seller simply on gold at this bottom. Okay, this is not a best place to sell the gold. All right, at this floor where it can bounce off, it can stop you out. Yeah, I mean it yeah, I have shown on the lower time frame, it can form those 15-minute corrections and can keep climbing over there. So you shouldn't be seller over there for that. Let's just remove that. Okay, so this is what we are looking. All right, that's the structure. So silver was interesting last week. Everyone was talking about the silver, buy silver. Okay, this silver, that silver. Okay, you have seen gap up on the silver, and then silver boom dropped from the 30. Okay, and that's what I have shown you last week. All right, so silver to hold the previous top. All right, so silver is not a asset where you can create a squeeze. All right, you should not go against the giants. All right, you should not go against the big players. If you go against the big players, you're always going to burn yourself. So just just go with the flow. Just go with the flow where the flow is. Okay, with the flow of the market. Just go into that direction where the flow. You're always going to be successful. When you're going to start going against, I mean, those who are calling the GME, right? Buy GME. Yeah, there are a lot of nonsense traders on the on the internet. Okay, and they are just spreading fake news, fake things. All right. And because of that, a lot of innocent people are being targeted. Right, they are putting money in the market just based on, because they these nonsense traders, what they do, they use ads, all right, and to grow their network using ads, all right, and have a having lack of knowledge. They are simply having lack of knowledge and just growing their network using ads, and because of that, a lot of people are becoming victims of that and losing a lot of money. Just go and look at that, how many people have lost money on the GME last week. All right, people have lost a lot of money on the GME. All right, lot of money on the GME. Okay, big players also lost. All right, before that, who was, you know, who you know, who was losing when GME was hitting the 500? Obviously big players were losing. Those who are, you know, those you know, which were being squeezed over there on the GME. All right, they lost. Okay, but then they recovered back. All right, they recovered back their money by squeezing. I mean, those who are having some fun last week, that they got a lot of money. Just look at their accounts now. All right, all are down. All are down. All right, even, you know, lost more. You cannot kill them. You can, you know, you cannot kill the let me, you know, find a image, find an image. All right, so simply go with the flow. Okay, go with the flow where the flow is. Okay, don't go against the flow. Okay, so there you got the image. GameStop, AMC. What, you know, kids were saying on the social media, on the internet? Buy AMC, buy GameStop. And they are the experience. All right, there is the experience. You see there? Now they are laughing at them and they are crying. Kids are crying. We can say that. Kids are crying now. Robinhood error. All right, error, because GameStop is just down. All right, back, it was below 60, yeah, below 70 last week from 500. All right, so they lost a lot of money. Kids have lost a lot of money. All right, so don't go against them. They know where market gonna go. Okay, so similar thing happened on silver, yeah, last week. You know, people were talking about the buy silver, buy silver. Silver is not going to behave that way, the way GME behaved. All right, so on GME you can say that supply was limited. Okay, but supply is not limited here on the silver. You cannot, you know, create that kind of move on the silver. So we got a sell-off, strong sell-off on the silver last week from 30. All right, and that's what we were expecting, bigger flat formation. All right, now silver needs to go into a bigger correction. Okay, 4-hour time frame correction. All right, so like that kind of correction you need to look for over there on the silver. Okay, if that kind of correction comes over there, it can offer you a lot of good opportunities. All right, and a possible next leg lower all the way back to 20 or possible 17. All right, so 17 areas. Okay, so that bigger correction needs to appear over there. So correction is trying to appear over there. It's too early to say that this is going to break down. Okay, so this kind of correction to appear over there. So in case if silver is going to tag 30, all right, again 30, like that. Okay, if going to tag 30, there's going to be a sell-off opportunity from 30. If I'm going to look at the lower time frame, okay, price is just simply going sideways. We can see over there. Okay, if I'm gonna you know, resize my trend lines, all right, and gonna look at that flat formation, right, and you're simply looking for price to tag drop. Okay, tag drop. Okay, where is your entry? So let me make it more simple for you. All right, so let me make it more simple for you. All right, so that trend line, okay, this trend line, as long as silver stay above that trend line. Okay, so very much similar like gold chart. All right, so you are letting this to keep rising. Okay, this 15-minute time frame, yeah, it's tradable for short term. All right, it's tradable for like these moves. Okay, for that move. All right, as long as it keeps correcting, just stay short term bullish and wait for a stronger sell off. Okay, correct and go down. All right, so that's a silver chart. And Bitcoin chart I have already posted over there, guys. It's just simply following that chart, nothing new. Okay, that's that expanding triangle formation, sorry, flat formation. All right, so yes, we got the price section over there on the Bitcoin. Okay, if I'm gonna go to the lower time frame, all right, there you got. Okay, so there you are looking for a nice correction over there. Okay, and that correction to break down very, very aggressively. So you shouldn't be a buyer over there. Yeah, the best thing is just stay away. If you're a buyer over there on the Bitcoin, it is not a best place to buy the Bitcoin. Okay, you may get, you know, I mean, simply draw down or whatever the way you are going to buy the Bitcoin. Okay, it can simply, you know, go. I mean, can give you a drawdown or loss. All right, so we can still see another leg higher on the Bitcoin. Okay, breakout. All right, so breakout and that next leg higher. All right, that next leg higher back to that top. All right, so what you are looking, okay, so you are looking at nice 4-hour deeper correction, yeah, and that correction to aggressively break down and it to go down. Again, I'm showing a counter trend trade on the Bitcoin. Normally Bitcoin is running trending for upside. Okay, so you need skills to go against the trend. Okay, you need skills, you need to be, you know, you need to be careful, and you need to get into the trade once there is a strong sell-off. All right, rather than, you know, assuming the top is there and just let's sell off. All right, this kind of breakout, this kind of stronger sell you are, you know, expecting. All right, correction and a stronger sell-off. Yeah, once you see that is going to happen, then you are getting into the trade. Otherwise, this correction to just go higher. Okay, a kind of neutral analysis. All right, but yes, price is at a place where you should watch price action for this to move lower. All right, so oil is in a strong trending, heading for the 65 mark. Okay, still can keep pushing higher, and yes, just stay trending on oil. We were expecting it to drag lower last week. All right, give us a bigger correction, then go higher. We didn't see that. Yeah, because of the OPEC meeting, it just broke out and just keep pushing higher. Okay, so this correction and just keep pushing higher. All right, so it's tradable on a lower time frame. Yeah, you can counter it, but you need skills again. Okay, you need skills to sell it off for that correction. All right, so risky for selling it. Okay, so same on the Brent. Okay, we need that correction, and that correction to just keep pushing higher all the way up to 70 or 65 areas, or where it was before the pandemic. All right, 70 areas. Just keep pushing higher, correct, and just stay trending. Natural gas is just trying to fall back another leg lower. All right, and sell off. Okay, so sell off from that previous top. All right, another leg lower. All right, so copper is trying to break out that triangle. All right, and already, you know, bounced out from that high, that previous bottom. All right, I think I have shown you last week to keep close eyes on these levels for next leg. All right, so if not, then just simply watch for that triangle. All right, and dollar rand to keep dragging lower. Okay, keep dragging lower, a flat formation from that bottom to go higher. Okay, so this trade for next week. All right, this trade for next week. All right, so that trade from floor on the rand. Okay, so rand to test the previous bottom, don't break the previous bottom. All right, don't break the previous floor. If break, then let that go, let that form new low, and then continue the trend for more upside. Okay, chart is clear. So the Chinese yuan is still strong against the dollar. Okay, and we can see breakdown, you know, possible breakdown for another leg lower before going to reverse for longer term. Okay, I mean, this 4-hour time frame correction can break down. Now the best pair right now to buy. Okay, so just stay away, or you can still trade for short-term sell to the downside, but it's risky. All right, it's risky. You need skills to follow this trend at current price on the dollar rand, sorry, on the Chinese yuan against the dollar. Okay, so US30 slightly push more higher, drag lower again, give us a correction and give us a buy the dip opportunity. Okay, so otherwise just follow the lower time frame corrections which I have just shown on the S&P 500. All right, so short term, you know, one more leg higher. All right, these, you know, these short term, you know, continuation trades. All right, trade with care at the current price. Same goes with this chart. Okay, on the Russell 1000, just stay trending, and from top. Okay, so drop, yeah, for another leg lower, or short-term 15-minute time frame trending move for upside. Russell 2000 has extended a lot. Okay, so many traders, they have, you know, made good money during the 2020. Okay, I mean, traders, those who are trading on the stock market, all right, those who are trading on the individual stocks, they have made good money. The reason, small caps are doing well. All right, or we can say that those traders, those who, trade momentums, all right, or momentum or gap and go strategy. Those who use gap and go strategy, they made good money, during 2020. Yes, it was a good year for small caps and large caps, all right, and gap and go strategy was working for them. Okay, and using that gap and go strategy right now for momentum stock is very, very risky right now. I mean, there are some still stocks, individual stocks which can perform really well. Okay, but you are not going to see similar kind of momentum which you have experienced in 2020, or if you have made a good money in 2020 on a stock market, on individual stocks, all right, and still looking for similar kind of year, that's not going to happen. All right, you should trade accordingly. All right, accordingly means that you should not over risk on individual stocks, because you are not going to see similar kind of momentum, the momentum which you have seen in 2020. You see there, it's a Russell 2000, yeah, it gained 100%. Because of that 100% strength on the small cap, you made good money on the stock market, on individual stock. All right, and this trend is not going to continue the way it went higher. Okay, so a bigger correction is expected. Once that bigger correction gonna come, all right, obviously you're gonna see pressure of that bigger correction on individual stocks. All right, means that momentum not gonna be strong on individual stocks the way momentum was strong in 2020. Okay, so if you're a stock trader or trading on individual stocks, okay, make sure you understand that thing. All right, okay, so it to correct and give us a deeper pullback, or give us a correction and keep trending for upside. Okay, as long as Fed is printing money, just stay trending. Okay, so same goes on this chart. Okay, on Russell 3000, correct and go for short term. All right, so same goes with this. Okay, on Dow, on German 30. All right, so German 30 is also pushing higher. Okay, so flat formation. All right, so flat formation and then go higher. All right, and UK 100 index to break out and continue to go higher for that expanding triangle. All right, this to go down for another leg lower or keep pushing higher. All right, again triangle or keep pushing higher. All right, so flat formation or keep pushing higher. All right, so flat formation or keep pushing higher. So Nifty broke out last week. We were expecting flag to break. All right, flag broke out last week. Decent flag was there. All right, so now you are expecting a similar kind of correction again on it. All right, if you are trading on the Nifty is super strong. We can say that Nifty or Nikkei index, these two indices are very, very strong and just keep pushing higher. And any small dip is being bought on these two, specifically on the Nikkei index, on the Nifty index. All right, and yeah, it's tradable for short term on 15-minute time frame, as I have shown on the S&P 500. All right, but when you are buying for short term, all right, make sure you understand that bigger, deeper pullback is possible at any time. Your risk is limited. You are using reasonable risk over there, not staying into the trade for buy for upside without stop. If you're gonna do that, you can be underwater. All right, you're gonna have a bigger drawdown once we're gonna see correction. Okay, for upside, when you're gonna buy indices at current levels, okay, the return you're gonna be smaller. All right, yeah, but when you're gonna trade without stop loss, all right, and when you're gonna see corrections on indices, they can correct 5%, 10%, 15%, or 30%. Okay, it can wipe you out. So short term buy at the top with reasonable stop loss, keep taking your profit off. Don't stay into the market, trade short term on the indices. All right, okay, so MSC is also very much same. All right, so let's just look at the Ethereum and some individual stocks. Okay, let's look at this first. Okay, what I was talking about. Okay, what I was talking about last week on this GME, I was saying that, guys, it's gonna go there. That's fact. All right, that was the fact. All right, so you should not expect this to keep pushing higher. Okay, trend to stay intact for more upside. Reason, because company activities are now at that level where the price was. All right, and Retail traders don't know about that. Okay, those who are selling this, they know that. All right, they have proper research on it. Okay, they have done, you know, proper work on that. Okay, because of that they were selling. Now they are laughing. All right, they are laughing on the retail traders. Retail traders are those who are saying buy the GME. All right, now they are laughing on them. Okay, laughing on kids. Okay, so this is not a good investment. Okay, this is not a good investment to hold for longer term. Okay, so there are individual stocks where you can trade, all right, and the best thing is to just scan them. If you are trading on the stock, scan them, see where is the momentum, buy for short term, all right, and keep your, you know, profit away and just run away from those stocks. All right, so you can use, you know, you can use scanner from there. All right, so AMC was, I mean, you know, if you are trading on this stock, how to do, right? But this is going to definitely going to go very below 10. All right, going to below 10. AMC also same. All right, BlackBerry also going to do same. Okay, right, so Nikola also going to do same. Tesla is just keep rising. Okay, so Tesla correction is just appearing over there, the correction which I was, you know, talking about over there. Okay, so correction is needed over, bigger correction is needed over there on a daily time frame. So if you are trading on the Tesla for short term, okay, so you just need to go to the lower time frame. Correction is just forming over there. All right, if I'm going to pull out my trend line there, okay, this is just a simple expanding triangle formation. All right, so you look in this to keep pushing higher. Okay, so make sure you use proper risk reward ratio over there. Right now it is forming that correction. Okay, it can break out and can continue to go higher. All right, so I would suggest you to wait for this to tag these levels, all right, that previous low, before you get into the trade. Wait for that rather than taking the breakout entry or breakout trade over there. Okay, wait for that to test that low. Short-term target going to be that top. Okay, so stop going to be behind that. All right, and looking for the next leg to appear over there. Yeah, it has the potential to go up to 1000 first, and then it has the potential to go up to 1200. All right, so it has the potential to keep pushing higher. But when you're going to get into the trade, make sure you understand that the bigger correction, okay, bigger daily correction is still due on it. So far it's trending, stay trending. As long as price keep rising, stay trending, and once start struggle at the previous high, take off your profit and wait for it to go back into the correction again. All right, so that next leg on the Tesla. Okay, so similar leg is just appearing over there on the NEO. All right, okay, so this correction, we're expecting slightly a bigger correction. Okay, but the way I have just shown, the Tesla still tradable for short term by putting risk reward ratio there. Okay, looking entries over there for short term, target going to be within these areas. Okay, and that target previous top or next leg. Okay, so this is also same, but it's, you know, struggling. Yeah, you follow, waiting for that to go there. Also same, Apple also like same like the Tesla. Okay, breakout is already happening over there. Yeah, but it's pretty slow. All right, so better to wait for the expanding triangle formation. If price visit that, you know, bottom, visit that floor, okay, then you're looking for this next leg all the way back to the previous top or new high. Amazon same. Okay, Amazon is not at a best spot but can continue. Microsoft, you need correction. Okay, previous correction broke out, you're waiting for another correction and continuation for more upside. Nvidia, all right, not a best continuation formation. Okay, test previous floor. Google, okay, Google was just keep rising last week. All right, I mean, we got a good move on it, okay, last week. Because of that, you have seen strength on the indices. Yeah, okay, so pullback is needed over there, guys. Okay, so trending, still trending, strong trending, correction needed over there. Short term stay trending. Facebook same like last week. Zoom, yes, continue to go higher. All right, and this to break out. Okay, Boeing to break out and continue to keep pushing higher. All right, and now let's look at the Ethereum. Ethereum is just keep rising. Okay, again, not a best chart for us at the moment. Okay, because it is in a trending, okay, and can fall back at any time. So just stay trending as long as price is trending. All right, so just stay trending, breakout and keep pushing higher. That's it. OITA, okay, OITA was rising. Okay, last week is just, you know, gone beyond 60. All right, and that's what I was talking about, this chart. Okay, so watch this, you watching this. All right, so you're watching this for continuation. Okay, and Litecoin is also rising. All right, so Ripple is also a good you know, coin to watch. Ripple to test the yeah, it went higher. There was a good trade already on it. Okay, it went up to 75 cent. Okay, and was a good short term buy opportunity. So if it comes to 20 cent, all right, so then look for longer term buy. All right, so UK 100 index I have already shown. All right, and I think that's it, enough for this week. Thank you very much for coming into the weekly market outlook. Again, if anyone want to join us, just simply go to techtradingacademy.com. all right, there you're gonna see a lot of, you know, good stuff in our, you know, in our room. So people, you know, those who join me, all right, they have learned from me. All right, now they are, you know, making money from the market. Okay, and they are, you know, training the people, they are training the you know, uh, others as well. Okay, you can do that as well. Okay, you need to learn first. All right, how market moves. All right, so okay, thank you very much for coming into the weekly market outlook. Hopefully you have enjoyed that. We'll see you back again next week. Until then, bye bye.